The phone call came at 2:17 in the morning, late at night. A woman said, "Your wife is in the hospital." In that one moment, I felt like I couldn't move at all. My heart was racing fast. I asked her, "Who is this?" A long silence followed, and for what felt like a very long time, I just listened to the quiet on the line. Then she finally whispered, "I am his wife." She was talking about the wife of the man my own wife had been seeing behind my back. I drove to the hospital with my hands shaking so hard I could barely steer. The streets were very quiet and dark. For many months, I had been feeling like our marriage was slowly falling apart. I truly believed it was because I wasn't a good enough husband. I never thought the real truth was waiting for me under those bright, cold hospital lights. When I finally arrived, I found my wife, Claire, lying in a hospital bed. Her face looked very pale. Her lip was swollen, and tears were rolling down her cheeks. Standing by the door was a woman I had never met before. She looked very tired and had a very sad look in her eyes. She told me her name was Emily and that her husband was a man named Daniel. I think I already knew deep down in my heart what she was going to say next. She had caught them together that night. My heart just sank. For many months, Claire had told me she was working late at the office. She said she had dinner meetings or that she just needed some space because she felt our marriage was empty and quiet. I believed every single word she said to me. I trusted the woman I had been married to for 29 long years. I had even blamed myself for her being unhappy and tried to change who I was to make her smile at home. But then Emily showed me her phone. I saw hundreds of messages between Claire and Daniel. There were dates, secret meetings, and promises that made my heart feel like it was being crushed by a heavy stone. It felt like my chest was being squeezed by something very cold and heavy. Claire had told this man she loved him. She said she was tired of pretending to be happy with me at home. Then I saw the message that truly broke my soul into pieces. She wrote, "I wish I had met you many years ago." I looked at that screen and realized that 29 years of our marriage were gone in just one sentence.
Claire would not even look me in the eye.
She whispered sadly, "Please, let me explain." I looked at her and asked, "Explain what?" "That you lied to me every single day for months." She started to cry. Emily told me that she found out about them 3 weeks ago and followed them to a hotel. When she caught them, it got very loud and everyone was upset. Claire tried to run away from the mess, but she tripped and fell down the stairs. That was how she ended up here. It wasn't because of a big fight with me, or because I had hurt her in any way. It was simply the secret life she had built falling down on top of her. The doctor told us later that Claire had a broken bone in her wrist and several bruises. She would get better physically, but our lives would never be the same again. I sat by her bed for a little while, just thinking about everything. When she tried to reach for my hand, I pulled mine away quickly. She begged me, "Please do not leave me." Those words were so hard to hear because for years, I was the one who was afraid of losing her. I told her quietly, "I gave you everything I had. I gave you my younger years, my trust, and my whole life." She said she knew, but I told her she didn't really understand the pain. She called it a terrible mistake, but I told her a mistake happens once. She had lied for months. Emily came back in and told Claire that she hadn't just ruined one marriage, but 2 marriages. Emily was getting a divorce, and Daniel had already run away from the hospital. That night, 2 families ended in that one room. Before I walked out alone, Claire called my name one last time. She asked if I could ever forgive her. I looked at the woman I had loved for 30 years. I told her I might forgive her one day, but that didn't mean I would stay. I walked out those doors, and for the first time, I wasn't walking away from her. I was finally walking toward myself. It was painful, but I finally felt free to live.